Hello everyone, it's Maha. Good to be with all of you. I'm just doing a very informal quick chat video today to first of all announce my Q&A video coming up. And then I want to quickly do a little chat with you about the Everyday Witch Tarot that I've been really enjoying lately. So I am planning on posting a question and answer video in 3 weeks from the day that I post this video. So you're welcome to ask me any questions you like about me or anything I've discussed on this channel. You can post your comments. You can ask me the questions in the comments below, or if you prefer, you can email me. I will leave my email address in the description menu. And you can ask me anything about my spiritual practice, about anything I've talked about on this channel. So tarot, of course, astrology, tarot and astrology, oracle decks. I have a huge collection of decks, so if there is any deck in particular that you have a specific question about, I can see if I have that one and then try to answer your question. You can, oops, oh, my phone just rang. So you can ask me questions about crystals, essential oils. You can ask me any questions about my Persian cultural background. I know that I've discussed in some videos, I've discussed parts of my Persian tradition, our celebrations, or anything like that. If you have any questions about me, I grew up in Iran, as many of you who've been a subscriber to my channel already know. You can ask me any questions about that. I'm open to that also. You can ask me about art. I am an artist. I did my major at art school that I went to in painting and sculpture, and I have experience in printmaking and photography, so I'm open to those kinds of questions as well, even though I haven't really discussed much about that on my channel yet so far, but I am planning on doing that in the future. And here is one of my paintings in the background. Every time there's a painting in the background in one of my videos, it's probably one of mine. And you can also ask me any questions about this little guy here. This little guy named Cheeky, who is kind of rummaging around looking for last minute foods right now, carrying it on top of his cage. It's getting a bit late during the day now. It's about 10 to 7 p.m. So at this time, he rushes around to get food as much as he can find because, you know, it's getting close to his bedtime, and then he's got to go hide in his sleeping area, which, funny enough, is in the kitchen cupboard. He's kind of made one of my kitchen cupboards down below, one of the cupboards I don't use very much, and kind of is a little bit open. He's made that into his sleeping area. Yeah, so I'm not allowed to touch that cupboard anymore. He'll attack me. Seriously, I'm telling you, living with a parrot, it's a crazy life. But yeah, okay, so I want to talk about the I'm trying to make this video very quick because I'm expecting a call and I don't want interruptions. I just wanted to make this very short and say hello and share this beautiful, beautiful deck with you and kind of my thoughts about it. First of all, the Everyday Witch Tarot, I love the backing. I love how they did this kind of taking off from the Rider-Waite blue background with the stars. They kind of made it in that style, but witchy. Everyday Witch Tarot, it is gorgeous. The artwork is to begin with, I didn't think it was my cup of tea, to be honest. And it took me a while to be convinced to actually want to get this deck. And I haven't started working with it yet. I've been kind of looking through the images and I'm loving them because I feel that it's so hot here today, by the way, you guys. Oh my gosh. I feel like the images are, not only are they thought-provoking, but they're really well thought out. They put a lot of thought into creating these images, you know, and they make slightly different perspectives on each card, which I always love because I always want to see how the cards were interpreted in a different way. For example, the aces in this deck are, they have people in them. So the Ace of Pentacles is one of them here. Look. Wow. I mean, you get the feeling of the earth element, with each card you get that feeling of the element, the energy, the essential energy of the element. Here, the element of earth. And, you know, with like the home, security, the cat looks happy with eating his food, the sun is shining, it's like very prosperous, abundant. And my first question was, well, how is this different from the pages? Because the pages usually have a young person depicted on them, right? So I looked for the Page of Pentacles, I looked at all the pages, and there seems to be, first of all, they are young boys, depicted as young boys, and there is a difference. The Page of Pentacles is not at all the same feeling as the Ace of Pentacles. And I think that's hard to do, and that's very unique. It's something I haven't really seen much before, where the aces are depicted with people on them. So I really appreciate that. Do I have another? Oh yeah, Ace of Cups, for example. She's got her cup overflowing, holding it, just with so much love and nurturance, and then water is flowing down. There's a little plant and growing in this puddle of water where the cat is drinking from. So it's like the cat is drinking from the water of life, life-giving water. And then there's two doves, very romantic, and I think it's just such a beautiful image of. And the cauldron here, of course, is a symbol of like the goddess. So much of the element of water here. I really get the raw, essential feeling of the element with the aces. And then compared to that, the Page of Cups. No, where is it? Which I have. Oh, here it is. He's painting. He's just beginning the process of the imagination. Just the beginning. So you get the feeling, the difference. Although the aces have a person depicted in them, they are not like the court cards. They are not at all like the page. I think that takes some thought and some talent, you know, in order to think how to structure the cards, I think. And there is a feeling here, that sense of everydayness. Well, Everyday Witch Tarot makes sense, but you know, the images are not like cliche or cheesy. They actually feel like everyday people. Their facial expressions are, as I'll show you, very believable, very real. This is the Hierophant, and I love how this is a yoga teacher, as opposed to like the Buddha or, like Dalai Lama. It's just an everyday person teaching yoga. Very appropriate. And this is the Magician, the Emperor card, sorry. I love this Emperor. He looks very wise, and I love how he has a scroll of the constellations of the stars. It's so cool. I just thought that was a really cool Emperor. And I wanted to show you the Tower card, which is one of my favorite Tower cards. She is witnessing the tower that's destroyed. And she's holding a wand. It's like she has this magical wand in her hand, and makes me think that you are not the victim of what has taken place. Even though what has happened, it wasn't your fault, it wasn't your doing, it was something above, something maybe more collective that happened, that caused this. You are still in control. And somebody is here at the door, so I have to pause and come back. So it's like she has the magic wand in her hand. So she's in control. Even though the tower has just gotten destroyed, she's in charge. She can change the situation. I love how she has this like smirk on her face. This is what I'm talking about when I said I like the facial expressions, because facial expressions in tarot, the facial expressions on the people in tarot are important to me. I like it when I can sense some kind of emotion, because it just helps to really get the mood, the feeling behind the deck, and that's really important for me as a reader. So I like how she's like, I have a plan. I know what to do. And then the next card I wanted to show was actually the card that made me not want to get this deck, and it's the Temperance card. I don't know why. I just didn't like this card. I didn't like this image. But now it's actually has turned into one of my favorite images in this deck. I absolutely love it. First of all, I like how there is a sense of balance purely in the imagery, in the composition of the image itself. So you see the stripes, they're the same color as this kind of violet, purpley carpet, and then there's these stripes, and then the 4 legs of the table, the 3 cupcakes, one on the ground. Just everything seems so balanced. She's got that balanced pose, the tree pose, and then her face. It's funny because first I thought, is that a wink? One of her eyes is closed, but this isn't a wink. She's not winking because she's not smiling. She has a very straight, serious face, and then one eye is closed. So it's actually playing on the idea of balance again in the facial expression. So this is what I mean about a lot of thought was put into making this deck, and that is obvious, and I really appreciate that. I like the court cards in this deck a lot also. I'm going to be definitely using these in my tarot and astrology series for sure when I talk about the court cards. I just wanted to quickly show you the Queen of Pentacles. Isn't that a beautiful Queen of Pentacles? Wow. So lush. So beautiful. She's got all these coins here. So I think that in this deck, the King of Pentacles is Taurus. You see the bull there, and then I love how he's holding the chocolate cake in one hand and red wine in one hand. It's like the simple pleasures of the senses. Chocolate cake and wine. How perfect is that? And then she's got the treasure chest of all the coins. So I'm assuming that's more Capricorn energy. Beautiful court cards. So a really nice deck overall. I haven't even really looked at the book yet, but I'm really enjoying just getting to know the artwork. And I would say as an everyday deck for doing everyday draws, it's been really perfect. Gosh, having all this hair is not to your favor when it's so hot. Somebody asked me how I'm doing with the heat wave. Not too bad until today. Today it was probably one of the worst days so far in my apartment, which is facing all the sun that it can get, and it's all concrete and it's really stuffy in here. So anyway, that's my updates and a little chat about nothing but the everyday witch tarot, which I'm loving, and I'm really looking forward to getting all your questions. So thank you so much for being here, and as always, I'm sending you lots of love and many blessings. See you in the next video. Bye.